In this video, we're going to focus on aligning text in the canvas. And aligning text is very similar with CSS, where you have text aligned center, left, and right. So let's start to explore how to do this in the canvas. But to do this and to show you how this really works, we're going to create here a vertical line in the very center. So let's say a vertical line. And then in here, I'm going to say here ctx.begin path. And then what I want to do here is a ctx.stroke style, indicating the color of that specific line. And then I'll just say here color red. And then what I want to do here is ctx dot and move to. And here we have to now define where we want to put it. We want to put it in the center here. And just to make it very simple, basically it is the inner width here divided by 2 would give us the center in here. And then the horizontal will be from just 0 or all the way down to the bottom. So that would mean I can just copy this here. I'm going to say constant, and then I'll see here center x. And center x equals that divided by 2. We have this value, and that will be our starting position. And then at the very top, we want on the y-axis. So center in the top here. Then what I want to do here is to create the line from all the way to the top all to the bottom. So I'm going to say a ctx dot. It's a line 2, and this line 2 will be basically the same here. We say this, and comma, we will grab here the canvas height, which is the full height of the canvas itself. Once I did that, then we have here already the coordinates. So the next thing what I want to do here is of course say ctx.stroke to draw the line, and finally here ctx.close path. Save that, refresh. Alright, so now we have a single line here. Beautiful. And now it's time to continue on. So what I want to do here now is start to draw the font. So I'm going to say ctx.font, and to make it a bit more unique, I'm going to say italic as design, and then we say bolder font 50 pixels, and then we say font family of Arial. And next I want to say a ctx.fill style to indicate the color of the font, and I will just make this blue, color blue. And then finally I will say a ctx.fill text, and the fill text will be, let's say text here, and comma, and then we're going to start basically with the positioning here. So we could just say here we want this one here, and then comma for this, because we have 50 pixels height, so I'm going to say a 50. If I save this, refresh, we have now the text here nicely working. And you can see here by default the text is in text align left, meaning that it will start at this very point and then it will only put in the text to the left, which is a quite common standard default setting. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show exactly these commands. So I'm going to say ctx.text align, and I'm going to say here left. I'm going to copy this and just put it in here as well. Save that. Semicolon here, save, refresh. Alright, so now you can see here we have this left. So the next one would be, for example, start. So that's another option. So I'm going to grab this, and then I'm just going to copy, just put it in here, and everything else can be just maintained the same. We're going to same color and the same boldness. However, now I need to say here 100 pixels because I need to go below the left. And this I will just say here start. Put in here start as well. So text line start. And then this will be also the text. So if I save this, refresh, you can see here we're now just below it, and then it will see, or it will align itself as well to the left or at the start. So this is the default, both are identical. Here's another command as well, so let's copy this, and let's do them all. We'll put them here, and this one would be center. I'm going to put in here the center, and of course here we need to increase this with 50 pixels, so we say 150 here, refresh, there we are. So you can see here now, we are exactly in the center. And this becomes very, very important if you're going to make, for example, in chartjs, tooltips, we want to position or align the text in the center or between a specific bar chart, for example. So we have this one here now. Let's go to the final two, which are very identical. We have here, this is right, and I'm going to say here right. And then of course, this must be increased again with 50 pixels. And finally we have here, this will be end. The end, and this will be 250 pixels. Save that, refresh, and you can see here now. What you might notice that here, this tiny amount of pixels being surpassing this line here, and the reason why this is because the italic here, which is being applied on every one of them. We can of course remove the italic by saying here down, go in here, let's say your normal, save, refresh, and then you can see everything starts to become normal, and you can see here it will match nicely on the right side here. The right side will be stopped, and then everything will be basically before the right side. That's basically here the alignment. And this is the way how you can control the starting point of the words or align them nicely.